Hey, this is Sean.
And I'm Dell, and you're watching Up Late.
With Sean Dale.
Yo, it's your girl, Dell Harrison. Yes, indeed. You better stay
Having black
tuned.
excellence.
Our photo shoot.
Join Up Late with Sean Dale, a perfect mix of comedy and music right here on 108 Soul.
Well, good morning.
Hey, come on, Bantu Knots.
Bantu nuts because the hair ain't dry enough.
Always love the transitional looks. Like
Yes.
do like the 2-strand twist used to be my favorite thing. The 2-strand twist, and you take it may look a little crazy in the beginning. Take that out, girl, like you had a roller set.
I know. And I just realized too, because all this time I've been setting it with rods
Uh-huh.
and the Bantu knots gives it that girl gives it that the bush.
Yeah.
Won't quit. You know what I'm saying? Like you could sleep on the Bantu knots bush.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, I sweat. It's so funny because I just did Carter hair last night in twist, and I'm talking about literally. I sweat by this African Pride grease. I would put this grease on her hair. No, it's called Indian hemp. I'm sorry, Indian hemp grease. And I'm tell you, it's something about it that literally the herbs in this it just turns them little twists into some kind of like, and it holds. It's because you don't have to
Mm,
put no mousse, no other kind of chemicals,
mm.
and nothing on it, and it's the best thing ever. It's so funny. My niece texted me like a couple couple of weeks ago. Was like, what was that grease? Because they used to torture them and make them twist my hair, and they
Mhm.
and they used to do it. They was like, what was that stuff you used to have us use on your hair? And I couldn't remember the name of it, but as soon as you Google it, it came right up. And I'm tell you that
Yeah,
stuff was the best thing ever.
I know. I was like I hold on. I normally use this stuff called Miel, like a leave-in
Oh,
conditioner,
I've
because
heard say
it
Mia.
makes it
Yeah,
like so like it makes the curl soft. Your hair be in a bush, but it be soft in a bush.
yeah, that's true.
So I need to, because some about, well, the thing is, grease is good. Like I love grease on my scalp. Grease is
Yeah,
like what every black child needs on everything.
little blue magic.
Blue magic. But oil, mm, 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 mm,
Not
mm.
even coconut oil.
Something about oil is like the body must eat that right up because your hair be back dry in 5 seconds. Like
Well,
oil,
especially I texture hair. Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like so, that's why I'm not. I might spray a little oil just for the like glisten or whatever, but I try to keep oil away because it's drying. I feel like it's more drying. Like I feel like grease is the one that like your hair soak, like
yeah,
your scalp soak
that's
up,
true.
and
That's
it will
true.
just be greasy all week. You know what I mean? But oil, girl, please. As soon as you turn the light on, like, all right, y'all, I'm out, and girl, that grease be like, all right, me too, y'all.
We used to swear about it though. Have your mom in the kitchen with that grease in the back of her hand.
Girl, yeah, because you need grease. Hey, y'all. It's
Yeah.
up late with Shindell in the morning, y'all. Let me tell y'all something about this commitment. ABC, if y'all don't come get us right now,
Come on,
let me tell you
Jesus.
about this commitment. Do you hear me?
And I mean it.
I'm about to get more committed to myself out this
Yeah.
camp, girl.
Yeah.
I offered to take somebody a ride last night. What? What?
Oh, take a ride with them. I thought you said must like a ride, like you giving them a ride.
I gave them a ride, okay?
Oh, okay.
I gave them a ride, and I just was like, how did this spirit of alcohol get me again?
You drink alcohol?
No, I didn't drink alcohol. I drove someone who wanted
Oh,
to drink alcohol and talk
got
a
it.
hole in my head from the time, girl. I was like, how did this get me? And the whole ride, I kept thinking to myself, what is it about it? I need to learn because let me tell you something. I cannot stand the alcohol. Like I just can't stand that drunk spirit. Like I can't stand entertaining it. But I was like, this time I was extremely calm about it. And I
Hmm.
was like, Lord, what is it I need to learn? Because I have just been straight, as soon as I run into the alcohol spirit, like I don't answer that phone no more. I don't get go because I just feel like no, I don't want to waste my sober time with your
Yeah.
drunk spirit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but I wouldn't.
I think it's
Please
just a
go ahead.
lesson learning as far as like, and I was just think about this earlier about like being around the energy that matches where you are in life. Same way you stop smoking. So you don't want to hang around people who smoking all day, doing all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of like it's one of those things where you realize you're not in that same lane in life no more. You're like, I can't like this not matching the energy I'm giving out right now in life. So it's like, why would I want to be around that?
I I think, and I think that's where my complex thing is. Sean, I'm sorry, I didn't even see y'all. You said I want to offer y'all. Oh, um, you know, uh, I think that's what it is, Shad. That's what I'm so complex about. I've been gone away from the energy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I have
Mm-hmm.
been decided you can't be around anymore. Like you, alcohol spirit can't be around anymore. But then it'll appear in other people. Like I'll be like,
Mm-hmm.
all right, can't answer the phone for you. You know what? Can't be around you. And then I will just it'll surprise me again. It'll be like, you too? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, you're saying it'd be people that who you often don't think will be in that space, and then they
Yes.
become
And then
inebriated
all
while
of
you're
a
out.
sudden, we're in the car together, and I'm like, "Oh my god, I gotta say goodbye to you too. I can't.
And it's
This is
true. Listen,
15 people this week. I say goodbye to."
I literally just had this conversation with somebody, like, like my days of like getting wasted. I'm like, I'm almost 100. So like those, like, just like even the thought process of getting to that point, it's just like, why? Like, why would my mind state even be wanting to get to that point? But there's still some people who at my same age are still getting in all the way in, so they are passed out, black out.
And I'm talking about, and I know why is because everybody I've ever met that has battled with it, it's that first drink. That first drink
Hmm.
adds something in the system that make like they can't go. They'll be like because I used to be thinking when I used to like deal with alcohol, before I had like plenty of alcohol because I was smoking weed, so I wasn't judging them as harshly. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the thing about it too is what I would be reasoning with myself or trying to ration with them is like, why can't you just say, I'm gonna just have one and then that's it? But
Yeah.
they cannot have one. Something in their system, as soon as that one happens, like I will see it go rapid fire. Like they'll get that one, they'll have that drink, and then I'll see them at the bar, like in a 15-minute span, I'll see them at the bar. You know
Mm.
what I mean?
And well, I will say this. I mean, like, I would say before in my like drinking serious days. I mean, before I can tell the difference between when I used to drink heavily and to when I used to drink like occasionally, socially. And to me, it's just about whatever is in you internally is going to come up even more when you're drinking. So if you got internal issues coming up, all that's coming to the surface, all of that's happening, and it's going to come out and it's going to get magnified times 1,000, or you're using the drinking as a coping mechanism, and that's why you're trying to sedate yourself through the drinking. So that's why I think a lot of people deal with masking anxiety and depression and all that kind of stuff, and thinking that that's going to help them, numb their issues they got going on, but it ain't at all.
Speaking of issues, Escape is having an issue, Shy.
Yeah.
Let me try to get Escape up here in the background. Let me see how she gonna do in the background. Because they having the Escape beef out here.
Yes, they are,
Um,
and with sisters too. That's the crazy about it. With blood sisters.
Shy, well, what is going on with it with for anybody else that doesn't that's not gonna work in the background? Hold on. What exactly is happening with the escape sisters? Let me try to pull up the picture while.
Okay, so wow, you pulling up the picture. So basically, the girls in Escape, the two sisters, which is Latasha and Latanja, if I'm saying her name right. Latasha basically said that, and that's the one that's on the left, which the non-blonde hair one,
Uh-huh.
basically said that royalty checks was being sent to her sister Latasha, and that her and her husband cashed those checks, and that was supposed to be for her, which is Latasha, the one that's in the brown hair. And
Okay.
Natasha and her husband are claiming that the company, the royalty company, accidentally sent these checks to them, and they didn't know that that was meant for her. And Latasha came back and was like, "No, yes, you did. You forged my name. You forged my signature. So you absolutely knew what you were doing when you stole the $30,000 from me."
So
So
which the one in the brown is the one that's so
no, the one in the blonde is the one who stole, and the one in the brown is the one who was supposed to receive the $30,000 in royalty money. But when the money came to Latasha and her husband, they cashed the check, and she actually showed receipts of where you see that they had changed her name, email address, and signed off on signing these checks. And they're trying to say, "Oh no, this just came to the wrong. They just issued the information wrong." And she's like, "No, you fully knew who this checks was supposed to be for, but you cashed them." So, this is
Mm,
one of
mm,
those things
mm,
where it's
mm,
like
mm.
greed is the root of all evil.
You
So,
know better. You know better. You know better. You who cashes a $30,000 check off
right.
of a song that they did with other people, and then be like, I didn't know that y'all wasn't getting a check as well. But the thing is, was everybody's name on it, or was her
It
just
was
her
just
name on
only
it?
her name on it. It was only her name that was on the check. And so because it was royalty checks, I guess individually they probably got their check, and they got her check and their check too. So they was collecting everybody's check. So that's part of the thing, is that they were, I
Oh,
was
wait,
trying to
wait.
find a,
So she had her name. They sent her a check with her name on it.
they sent the check on it. I'm looking at the thing that's on the Jasmine right now. They sent the information in that had, um, I said Latasha. Her name is Tamika Scott. Latasha is the sister who is actually the one that's alleging that she's alleges that Latasha stole the money. Tamika Scott is a sister. So Tamika Scott, with the one in the brown, is the one who says that her sister, Latasha Scott Bimmons, stole the $30,000, and she's showing proof that they signed off for her name, forged her name, and changed like the email address and then all the information on there.
Mm.
And she actually went on she did a lengthy post about it. She said she actually received threatening text messages from an unknown number, that basically telling her she needs to publicly come out and say that she was wrong, I guess, to clear her name up. Because they should be going out on tour. But Latasha is not on tour with the other three members, which is Candy and Tiny, because of this feud. So
Wow. First of all, I think y'all need like you to force this. See, that's where you go, that's where you go real, you know, uh, that's where you go real, real greasy at right there when you get
and
the
it's your own
foot.
blood. That's the
You
crazy part
force it.
about it.
Yeah.
It's your own blood. Like, this isn't somebody who, like, I mean, even the fact if there was the other group members, they are like sisters to each other. They've been together for 30 plus years. And you decide, because, like, and I get the fact this music industry, you haven't made an album, you haven't been out touring, but the fact that you wouldn't even think to say, "Hey, sis, I got this money. Let me hold something real quick." If that was the case, because you needed that money, but you just literally took this money and literally deposited it. And even if you, because basically the husband came back and said they were aware that it was hers, but the royalty company sent it to them wrong. So when was you gonna let her know that?
Mm, mm, mm,
When
mm.
was you gonna call her and tell her, "Oh, we got your money, by the way"?
Yes. When was you gonna? Uh, you know what? I don't even know them, and they're stressing me out. The fact that
And girl, it's
you
probably
knew,
stretching her bank account out too, because she probably like, my babies need some shoes.
yeah, because you think about four of them divided by 30. You know what I'm
But
saying?
but this was royalty money, so that money that they was coming and getting in from the ASCAP BMIs, they were sending them checks, so they were depending on the fact that they was getting that money. They was, any songs they wrote, any songs they had sung or
And I'm
co.
like, was she claiming it because she was thinking she was the songwriter or what?
Well, that's the thing about it. They was co-writers on the song, but they all was getting their checks. She just decided to take Tamika's check and to cash it for herself.
Oh my word.
So it wasn't even like
And
she didn't get her own money. She still got her
yes.
money and her sister's money too, and was like, "I'm gonna deposit this."
How it first of all, and this is what I blame. I blame the ASCAP people. How is y'all sending my money to somebody else that our artist that is now responsible for getting the money over to me? Send me mine directly.
Well, I think so. This is what I'm looking at, and I can't look
Also,
at
too,
the. I
why
can't
did
look at
y'all
the
have direct
recording.
deposit set up?
Let me send you the video, but this is the recording from my understanding that she was explaining it. But it looks like she, when they put the information in as far as the filing for the communication, she basically went in instead of putting her sister's information or letting her sister know, oh, they sent me this information for the request for your information. Her sister put in, her sister being Latasha, put in her own email address, put in her own mailing address. So it wasn't as though they mailed it wrong. This is what the husband was alleging that happened. That's not true. They actually inputted their own individual information in, so the check came to them and they then cashed it.
Mm, 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 mm.
So yeah, so that's the biggest thing. It wasn't like it was like, oh, that era. They must have asked, oh, hey, this is updated information, because they probably was all on the communications at some point. So when it came to her, she was like, oh, I'm gonna send it to myself and change her name
I'm
and email
talking
address.
about the. You know what? Mm, 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 mm,
And I'm
mm.
like, your own. So that's why I say people be like, oh, your blood is thicker than blood. I'm like, your blood be the ones ready to cut you.
I'm talking about because she felt comfortable. She didn't do that to none of the other girls, right?
No, no, no. But I
Oh,
guess because, like I said, that information came to her, and like I said, the link I just sent you, you'll see where this is some kind
I
of
saw the
form.
link. You know, you just came in. You just came in like because that was really the devil coming right to your inbox. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and they was like, "Oh, I know what I'm gonna do with this." Oh,
Let
and then
me
that's the
just.
other thing. Then they threatened to say they was gonna release a sex tape if she didn't come out and publicly apologize.
Can you see this?
That's it. Yeah, you can hear the sound on it.
Yeah, can you hear?
I can't hear it now.
Oh, okay. Well, I could hear the sound clearly.
Because it's coming through your headphones probably. But yeah, so anyway, so if anyone wants to see more information about that, they're on it's on. And my thing is that, so if this happened to you and the person came back and was like, all right, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done it, and write you a $30,000 check, are you forgiven? Is all good after that? Or are you like, nah, I can't trust you?
Well, both. You know what I'm saying? I can't trust you and you're forgiven because the thing is, girl, I just went through that same thing, Shy. Like, if you write the money that you stole, then yeah, that's what makes it right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Write me a $30,000 check, and yeah, I can now move on. And I mean, I'm gonna have to forgive anyway because forgiveness is for us, it's not for the other people. But the thing
Right.
about it too is it helps us. It definitely helps us to restore when you have made good on the money because it's like you are now taking the time to reconcile. But no, I can't trust you no more. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I definitely don't be like, hey girl, now just tell him to send it to you and then send it to me. Like, I can't trust you with that.
No,
But
ever.
the money is definitely a good faith effort to say, hey, I want to make things right. And people can promise you all day long that how much you mean to them and how much they fell short of the glory of God and please forgive them and they only human and they not perfect. And
Yeah.
yeah, you can promise me all that, but until you promise me that money and I see it in my account, you the
Right.
same low down dirty scoundrel I thought you was when you stole the money. You know what I'm saying?
Trying to say because they got the best thing out of the whole group, not even in the group no more. So I want to know what this tour gonna look like and sound like with Candy and Tiny and
It's gonna
Tamika.
be
And
all
Tamika sounds good too.
background
They
vocals.
just gonna have a hologram image of Natasha.
The whole and I want to like no like I make love to you. It's just going you want to the whole time it's just gonna be harmonizing. But also too, them other three about to break up too with that stolen money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because
Well, I mean,
you just
obviously they took a firm stance in the ground about who they believe, because they were still, bought her, still came on tour with her. So and then my thing is, I would still let her go on tour and be like, you ain't getting no checks until my $30,000
yeah, because
paid.
now you stiffed yourself over if you not going on tour
Right.
and she going on tour. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I
Yeah.
mean, maybe she's doing well too, and she is like, y'all need me. You know what I'm saying? So, because the thing
She
about
can't
it
be
too
doing too
is,
well if she's stealing money from her sister. So that's why I'm saying I would be like, listen, we ain't gotta speak. We get out on the stage. You sing your song, you sing your la la la's. I'm gonna do my part, and we get off that stage. And when them checks come, I don't want to hear nothing till my $30,000 paid back.
or like, because they're not setting up the tour by themselves. Like, what needs to happen is that manager needs to come in and be like, you
Yeah.
stole the money, and what we're gonna do is, you all four of y'all going on tour, okay? You're gonna sing these songs, and any money is going directly to her until it's paid. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so you could, because we can't trust you with the money. We
No.
can't
Oh, I
trust
did
you
that.
to
No
get a
chance.
check and then pay it. You know what I'm saying?
No.
No.
Ever.
Yeah.
But I hope they get it together because at the end of the day, they're sisters. And I know people always want to be like, you should never let money come between you. Not what I'm talking about. I'm about to get put out of my apartment, get put out of my house because my sister stole my money. So,
Honey, money comes between everything. Money break up family, break up home. Money break people up with themselves. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like, so it ain't, and that's the thing too is, girl, it's so hard to come back from, because this is what I'm talking about. The thief, girl. I got to bring it back to Black America again. That's
Read the X. Here she come.
Read the X. Don't wake up and read the X. First of all, but I got to bring it back to Black America again, because that's what happened with us. You stole the money, okay? We have been, our people worked of free labor. So your companies could not have gotten built to that magnitude of wealth without
Hmm.
you stealing the money. Then you set up laws after our freedom from being enslaved came. You set up laws to make sure that we couldn't get the land while you were giving other white people the land. Okay. So you stole it from us again. And now you know what I mean? Now you want us to be like, get over it, guys. That was a back in the day. But then you still living over in Beverly Hills, you know what I'm saying? With the stolen money. And
Mm.
no, it wasn't you in particular, but if your grandpa stole it and y'all living on stolen land, you still living on stolen land. You still, it's a whole family of stolen property, because you did not, and the thing about it too is, unless you're the kind of person that's like, you know what, I want to do something, I really want to restore it, because I am part of the Lehman Brothers that got built this whole empire on the slave trade. I want to do something to make it right. Unless you're one of the people that is actively putting money in the Black community, to restore the wealth in the Black community, you're the same thief. You're the same
Mm.
thief as your grandfather. You know what I'm saying?
Well, this is serious. In time, we brought the skate beef back to slavery.
Let me tell you something, honey. Everything is gonna come back to slavery. Okay, guys. Everything is gonna come back. Don't blame me. Blame the Bantu knots, guys. The Bantu knots.
But it's true though, because I was thinking it's funny because I was thinking the reason why they are in this financial strain is because of the fact that when the contract deal probably was terrible, the residuals they probably getting making, and so they now are out here. They are struggling. They not really out here, other than Candy and Tiny. They're the only ones that probably financially are set. But the two of them, they probably just making it. And you think about $30,000, but that's annually. That's not like that's their annual statement for their residuals or quarterly. I don't know how they pay them out.
And also too, especially, you didn't even know it was coming. That money could have blessed you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you don't be like, when you get paid music royalty, you don't have no way to see if it's coming. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
You're
It's
just
based on
getting,
usage.
yes, and you're making do until you get the money. Now, what I want to say is, the Lord has blessed this woman to be able to be stolen from, where her husband is a great provider, and you know what I mean? Like, I just really want to speak that into her life. So, but still, even
But
if
her
your husband,
husband isn't the one. That's the thing about it. Latasha, who's the sister who stole, is the husband who not conspire. Well, allegedly conspired because he's the one who was creating the storyline that the check accidentally came to them. So Latasha's husband is the one who created that story. Tamika, I don't think she's married. I'm not sure she's, but her husband is the one that's outwardly speaking out about the fact that
hold
the
on,
check came
guys,
to him accidentally.
see, and that's the thing about, that's what's so, That's what ain't nothing but a bunch of devil men. That's what's so wrong about it is I don't even know which one is okay. The one on the left, that's
So
Tamika.
Latasha is the main, has always been like the main singer, and
Exactly.
Tamika is the sister.
Oh,
Because
Latasha is the one who stole.
Latasha is the one who stole. Yes.
Oh my word, Latasha. But wait,
Yeah.
but she was the one that's saying I got emails and everything.
Tamika was the one saying that. Tamika is the one that has the brown hair in that picture. Yeah. So Latasha is, she goes by Latasha. Well, her name is Latasha Scott Bivens. Her husband is has Bivens as the last name. And I wonder, I always wonder if that's a relation to any of the.
You know what? I thought it was the whole time. I thought it was the reverse.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God,
And then I'm like, what
Latasha.
is this husband doing that he over here even allowing it?
He's
Because he
living
obviously
off
ain't got
of
money.
her.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he is living off of her.
Yeah.
I'm talking about you done partnered up with the devil out here, and he is making you do horrible things.
Yeah.
Latasha, that's really what she thinking. She like, I'm escape anyway. They can't do nothing without me. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm trying to tell you, they're gonna go on this tour to show them. But my thing is, I wonder, are people gonna actually show up knowing that there's only three of them actually gonna be on this tour together?
Yeah, people gonna show up, and what's gonna happen is we gonna see how beautiful Tiny, because Tiny got a very beautiful voice.
She
So
does.
we gonna really see all of the things that girl, this probably gonna be the blooming of the new escape because they gonna be forced out of the background. I mean, they've never been in the background, but they're gonna be forced into their own personal spotlight because
Yeah.
all of them can sing. So now they're gonna be like, up, I'll just do this song right here because it's not like you were banned from singing her parts.
Yeah.
So you're just gonna be singing her parts. And I you know what? God bless y'all. God, Latasha, that's not right. Ooh, that's not
Mm-hmm.
right. Latasha.
Mm-mm.
You really got arrogant over there and you really partnered up with the devil who is
Mm-hmm.
making, you know what I'm saying? Like feeling debt. You
Because,
know
like I
what?
said, if her husband was in a position that was not bad, he would never. Oh, no, I guess it's that buddy. We good.
They don't crack together. What? Y'all stole $30,000 from your sister? Now y'all don't crack together. No, 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 no.
Allegedly, yeah,
I
allegedly.
mean, allegedly, but like, because like you're the talent. You're like, I
Yeah,
mean, not the talent, but like you are a huge talent. Like, so you should have no shortage of cash running in. And now when you stealing from, the people that's got to back you up, because what they have done essentially is they have agreed to let you be the lead singer, the face that we all know, the voice
yeah,
that we all know. They have been operating in their humility to help you be exalted as the lead singer, and that's how you repay them. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
Repay
mm, yeah.
them. When I
She,
tell you, God gonna really bless them.
yeah.
God gonna really bless
They mess
them.
around, get a whole new album deal, whole
I'm
new
telling
such and
you,
such. Yeah,
because what's gonna happen is, and we just gonna speak this. What's gonna happen is somebody gonna come to that concert and see all three of them blowing and be like, "Wow, I
yeah,
didn't even know." They're gonna be able to introduce new songs that they was thinking about because they're gonna have to come up with a new show.
yeah. Oh,
So
absolutely.
you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? It's not
yeah.
like they're not fly. You know
And that's
what?
the thing. They will figure it out. Trust and believe. They will figure it out.
Latasha, I am so disappointed in you. Cause look, now when I thought it was the other one shot, I was like, oh no, she didn't. Like, we don't even know who you are. But now I'm like, Latasha, like, I know you. I feel like I grew up with you. Like, I
Yeah.
know you. Latasha, you've been a low down, dirty scoundrel thief the whole time.
Thinking she the more integral one. No, no, none at
Well,
all.
that's how the devil get you too. You know what I'm saying? Like you be feel like I trusted you. You were
Yeah.
so attractive and talented
But it was just the
and
fact that literally, like like it wasn't like the way their husband tried to create it, like it was an accident. But to know they like intentionally went in and changed information, like you premeditated that activity,
yeah,
like you knew
no,
what you was doing.
you said you got the email. You was like, oh my God, they said what email? I'm gonna just put my email. And then you
Hmm.
went along with the devil. Like you was thinking that the whole time. You was wishing for that money to come. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the money actually came, and all of this was conspiring behind your sister's back, and you did it in straight devil blood.
Yeah. Yes,
Mm,
indeed. But
mm, mm.
I believe in karma, honey. Karma.
All right. Well, we was been supposed to be off of here because guys, we do this show to talk about the pop topics every week. And we also talk about the pop topics, on our own show, which happens every Sunday on 108soul.com at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. Shy, what else you want to let them know?
Make sure you go onto Uplate TV Show. That's uplatetvshow.com to make sure you hear past episodes of our show that has aired on 108 Soul. And also you can buy some of our pop and swag that has Uplate on there with our Uplate t-shirts as well. So make sure you go ahead and do that right now.
Yeah, we'll see y'all next Friday
Bye.
and y'all can hear us this Sunday on Uplift with Shindell, y'all.
Bye.